January 19th, around 3:30 in the morning, there was a fire in Boland Hall on the 3rd floor in the north side of the building. It started 2 doors down from my room.
There's kids hanging out the windows and dark black smoke coming out from over their heads. I cannot imagine how these kids made it.
My roommate and I, by the grace of God, chose to go out the window rather than go into the hallway. We were probably 2 of the last people pulled out of that building alive. I lost a suite mate. I lost another friend on that floor. From that night forward, again, I made it my objective and my lifelong goal to make sure that I was going to use that in a positive way, any way I could.
He made it through, he survived, and in turn, he wanted to just do something to make sure that, again, he could save lives throughout the whole country.
Something that I took from that night is life's short. It's important to be around people you love, people you care about. I instill those same qualities into my business. I make sure that everyone that I hire is a good person that wants to work hard, that cares about their family. I think those characteristics are really important, and that's something that night taught me.
Brian experienced a terrible tragedy as a young man in his life, a tragedy that lives within him this very day and probably will for the rest of his life. And instead of kowtowing to that, he actually had the fortitude to move forward and participate in things that would actually respect the memories of the students who lost their lives and make something really good come out of this tragedy.
Brian is a very thoughtful, caring, and considerate person who thinks of other people first. So to me, this is the culmination of his perseverance and his caring for others.
He sees the fire experience as such a life awakening thing, and it makes him very grateful. And just to see him turn something so awful into something so beautiful is really inspiring.
Over 10 years ago, he reached out, having been impacted by the Seton Hall tragedy, and volunteered to find a way to partner and make an impact, and was just very passionate and very generous with his time.
Brian and I were in the same fraternity, so as fraternity brothers, we have kept in touch over the years with everything. And from there, the 25th anniversary of the Seton Hall fire is when we really reconnected.
One morning I was watching News 12, and it was the 25th anniversary of the Seton Hall fire. And he was heading out to Washington, D.C., and came into the room to say goodbye, and saw on the news when it was saying about the dormitory fires.
They had a story about how they were looking at possibly getting some federal regulations in place. And I made a comment to my wife that I was going to be in DC, and maybe I could mention that to Congressman Kane as I was seeing him that night. And when I brought it up to him, he thought that was a good idea, and that, we come back down.
And the first person that he said he would love to work on this with was Brian.
Craig called me with this idea, and it really was his efforts and his relationships in Washington, D.C. that helped spearhead this and give me a platform to tell my story, to explain what I had been through and the impact we would like to make on more of a national level.
Brian told him the story. Congressman Kane could relate, as he was in office at the time in New Jersey and also a volunteer fireman. So he thought that it was a great fit.
The goal here is on a national level to have certain restrictions in place that all universities have to follow, right? And that gets tracked by the Department of Education and helps ensure that a tragedy like this never happens again.
They made up their minds that they wanted to be able to save the lives of students throughout the country because there was no federal standard. And by implementing a federal standard, through the congressman, that would enable parents then, in turn, to feel safe about the colleges and universities their children were attending. And they wouldn't have to go through the same thing that we had to go through when we lost Aaron.
their impact is going to be felt for generations to come. As a dad who has a daughter in college at a residence hall, when this bill was passed, I breathed a sigh of relief in a sense. And I have a young one going to college, and I was nervous because you don't know what the fire suppression system is like at a university. You don't know how old the residence halls are, and you know that they're staying in them. But when this was passed, I did feel somewhat more comfortable with allowing them to go to college. So really, on behalf of Craig and Brian, thank you from a dad, because the reality is that doesn't happen every day, that you actually know people that are going to have an immediate impact on your kids' lives. And across the country, our students are going to be safer because of our alumni, Craig and Brian.
The Fitzpatrick family been tremendous donors for Team Walker. We have a special needs program that they fully fund, which is the kids that's the most vulnerable in the classroom. So I really appreciate the Fitzpatrick family for making that investment. Craig, on the other hand, Craig is somebody that really brings a lot of great ideas, bring resources, somebody that I can always count on in the 12th hour. They embody the surrogate leaders. They somebody that I look up to, and they're younger than me. And they somebody that brings it every day. They steadfast and laser focused.
Craig and Brian reflect something deeper about Seton Hall University. Brian's journey, shaped by the tragedy of the Bowland Hall fire, became a life purpose. And alongside Craig, that purpose has turned into action.
Brian, I am so proud of you. Congratulations. This is so well deserved. How you have taken this tragedy and what you've done with it is the most inspiring thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
Congratulations, Dad. We're so proud of you. We're so happy for you.
We all love you.
Craig, we are so happy to celebrate this special night with you. It truly is an honor. And from the bottom of my heart and from the kids, we are so proud of you and this wonderful accomplishment and how you may change many children's lives forever.
Congratulations, Dad. We're so proud of you. We love you.
So Brian and Craig, I would say congratulations on an accomplishment that I know how much time and energy went into it. It speaks very well of the education you got at Seton Hall. Catholic University taught you values, taught you respect for life.
Brian, I love you, and I especially love and admire what you've done. And I'd ask you to please keep it up, because you're an inspiration to all of us.
Congratulations to you guys, man. Well deserved. Brian, Craig, love you guys. The Mini R1 is blessed to have you on here tonight. And congratulations, go Pirates.
We both want to just say congratulations, Brian and Craig. We love you guys. We wish you the very best, and congratulations to the both of you. It's well deserved.
Brian and Craig, congratulations on being named this year's Alumni Impact Award recipients. And thank you for the impact that you're making, not only here at Seton Hall, but across the country.